All right, ladies and gents, we're here last minute. We're just joining the action here for Mushroom Cup round something, season something else. I can't even tell you what track will be next either because they're doing this wheel spinning thing now. Tell you the amount of things that have changed since I was here. But all jokes aside, looking forward to this. Just figured I would hop into this race here, give it a little life, a little spice. Because I'm bored as fuck. Why not check out the Mushroom Cup on a Monday night? Seems like a pretty damn good idea to me. So we're here for Silverstone. Like I said, don't know the round. I think I could probably figure that out. Just give me a moment or two. But we're here for Silverstone. We got the usual suspects up top there. Looks like Sawa just now getting into the 38s with the intermediates. Looking at the times, that's suggesting to me a evolving track, which is drying as we speak. We have a very, very soaking wet Silverstone here still. But yeah, we're just hopping in here casually, you know, checking things out. I'm probably going to be trash. I'm probably going to say some dumb shit. But that doesn't matter. We're here for a good time. Alright, just getting acquainted with the fucking controller here. God, I haven't done this in forever. So, we're looking into Silverstone tonight. Gonna be honest, it's gonna be a difficult race to race. The drivers would know this track can get pretty hard to pass on when we're in the dry conditions, and the dirty air, of course, plaguing this game is very, very strong here. So we're going to see what happens. Qualifying will be very important, and with this evolving track in this wet weather session, it's really going to come down to this final lap here. You know, if you have been setting good times up until now, it's going to help you for sure get that optimum balance and get those markers, whether it be your turn-in points, your braking points, get that figured out. That'll help. But you still have to put it all together right now because the track will be the best it'll be all session at the very end here. 30 seconds or less left on the official clock before the drivers will be forced onto their last lap. We're watching Boost Mode Maestro. God, I can't even get that out of my mouth without a big grimace. Missed opportunity Maestro with the reg change. Obviously, he was formerly known as the DRS Maestro. We've seen him on this channel before. Breaking things, spinning things, but overall, he's a good guy. Check out his stuff. I think it's still called DRS Maestro, but I think he's in the process of rebranding, folks, to the Boost Mode Maestro. Jordan, anyway, fastest for now, 137.6. Likely that will not stand. We're seeing the track evolve pretty quickly now. And basically everyone is on a lap. Let's see what Bobby's doing. We're going to keep an eye on Bobby tonight. And actually, before we get too far into things tonight, I just wanted to change my camera. Where the fuck is it? I apologize, folks. This is not a very professional broadcast right now. Can I not actually do it when I am in a race? Like spectating? Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, there's no camera thing here. Alright, well, the camera looks a little funky because I have it set up to the Red Bull kind of POV. So we're just going to be sticking, probably for the most part, off board tonight. And we're missing all the action while I'm messing around. This is a great start. Wow. Kaname now improves from Jordan there with a 37.4. He's on pole provisionally. He was saying he's going to qualify P11. We all knew he was talking some straight bullshit there. He's Kaname. He's talented. We all know that. Bobby, though, will eclipse him. Gets to a 37.2. The only people left to set laps now are Trippy, who will not. He's in the pits, and Splitsy. So that's going to be it for our qualifying session. We're going to have Bobby up front on pole position. We'll keep an eye on him. We're right next to Kaname. Interesting. I just saw them beefing in the chat a few minutes ago. Some unresolved conflicts from another race they were in. So we'll see how anything happens there. And we got So and Jordan right behind them. Hopefully they don't get caught up in whatever might happen. And then Ezo in P5 with Pro Ultra in P6. I believe Pro Ultra is trying to learn to drive without the racing line recently, so he's learning that. He's not quite at the level we're used to seeing from him, but he's still very, very good, of course. Splitsy, I believe, was after Pro Ultra there, and then we'll get the rest of it to you. All right, so we got Splitsy, then Boost Mode Maestro, SRT Rich Boy, Kendricks in P10, big field spreads here. Hugh Janus, shout out to Hugh Janus, OWR Deathwing, Spoobnock, B-Tom just messing around. I think he's trying to start from the back on purpose. Trippy, Coconut Head, Clip Menzo, Zicario, and Froggy Boggy will be the last driver on the grid tonight. I don't think he set a very good lap there. I think something might have happened. I think he thought I disconnected or something. Who knows? But we're looking to just have some fun here. I've been told by the drivers it's looking completely dry in terms of the weather for the race. So we will, yeah, we'll see the sun shining here. No more rain. Back to the dry conditions. And this series, if you didn't notice already, runs multiplayer cars. There's no 25 cars right now, so no one is really aligned with anyone else. It's kind of a free-for-all. Everyone's on their own. The one downside to that, though, is you don't know who your teammate is, and sometimes you don't know until they're blocking your pit lane, or they're blocking your pit box, and you're trying to take a pit stop. That has happened before in the Mushroom Cup. We're seeing a few variances in strategy as the time ticks by here. You'd expect, of course, the one stop to be the way to go. It is Silverstone after all. Passing is difficult, and the pit lane is fucking huge. I don't think there's any wild cards or any special rules in effect. I think it's just a straight up race. So yeah, we're looking for a one stop here. If you're not one stopping, there's either a safety car involved or something bad happened to you. While we're waiting here, let me see. Can I dig up the standings? I believe it was Baku last time out. Oh my god, B-Tom is absolutely dominating this one. They also have a different points system as well. How interesting. So this is round 4. Season's probably going to end when that DLC comes out, if it ever does come out. Who knows? But this season's probably going to be the last one on this game, which we're all a little bit tired of as of now. I'll be talking about that experience tonight when I run out of things to say, maybe. But drivers just taking their time, figuring out their strategy, getting their fuel levels right here. All 3 compounds are currently equipped on the cars. We are just... I'm also gonna... I haven't seen all these cars yet, so I'm gonna be judging the liveries to see which one catches my eye. Not that it's worth anything. I'll talk to Jordan. Maybe we'll get a point for the best livery for me. And we're going to keep an eye on B-Tom and Froggy in the back. Of course, we're going to expect B-Tom to make his way forward and to get involved in the battle for the win. If he didn't do anything else, if he did anything else, he'd be disappointed. But things can happen anyway. We are now ready with 5 red lights approaching. And we are off for Silverstone, round 4 of the Mushroom Cup, last season of the F1 25 game. Bobby and Kaname side by side, as well as Soa and Jordan behind them. Keeping it clear and clean for now, though. Kaname under a little bit of pressure from Soa, who's on his left side, which will turn into the inside here. He's going to try and hold that line around the outside as the pack follows him. We got, who's that in the gold car? That's Ezzo, shining on the track. Side by side with the boost mode Maestro. And they're gonna keep it clean here. Ezzo got very close to the back of Pro Ultra in front, which I mentioned earlier is still learning those braking points without the racing line. I've tried to do that. I failed. I sucked. So give him props for that. And now we're starting to settle out into the train. Oh my goodness, we got some cars off line there. That looks like it's Hugh Janus in the pink and aqua car. Oh, a little bit of lag as well, skipping him around a little bit. B-Tom, by the way, already up to P9. Froggy is out. Is there going to be a safety car for this one? Let me get the usual stuff up that I like. He's on track. And just now looking at the positions gained, B-Tom up 5, Menzo up 7 as well. Following B-Tom's tracks there. Splitsy down 9. Something happened to Splitsy, unfortunately. He did have a very good qualifying spot to start. Let's catch back up front. So Kaname is still firmly within that 1 second gap, which will not be as relevant in the next year. Well, it'll still be relevant, but not quite as important as this particular set of regulations. But for now, as we all know, that's what you want to do. Stay in a DRS, save some battery, and just pray your car sticks to the dirty air. That's the F1 25 experience. As you see the train now strung out here. Single file. We got some action in the back. Let's hop back there. What is this? Trippy and Coconut Head. Coconut Head is... Or no, that's Splitsy's car is ghosted. And something funky's going on here. As now, Bobby's got a good advantage over Kaname. Down, what is it, the Hangar Straight? I think that's the second one, the Hangar Straight. Into Stowe. Spoobnock, Sicario exchanging a position down in 14th. We got a few gaps in the field back here. 2.5 seconds and growing to the back of the train, which will go all the way right now from P13 to first place. So let's take a look now as we kind of settle in here. Tires. So yeah, as I expected, one stop is the goal. I'm surprised to see the soft tire being used. That's an ambitious strategy, to say the least. As mentioned earlier, you really want to be on that one stop around here. And using softs is not generally the best way to do that. So maybe these drivers have something else in mind. They are giving us a little fight back here, but they are losing time. Sicario falling off the back of Spoobnock now, who's kind of on his own. Splitsy right behind him. Looks like his car is whole again. Side by side. Approaching cops. Splitsy gets the move done. Sicario gets a big taste of dirty air there. Also, Splitsy was a little bit ambitious, shall we say, on the track limits. Back up to the leaders. Kaname, again, doesn't have to do much right now. In fact, it's going to be hard for him to really do anything. And the drivers behind him are kind of stuck. As many of you have experienced, as many of you know on this game, the dirty air is nothing to play with. And there's no slipstream to reward you for sticking close to someone. Looks like we have a disconnect there. of some sort. Coconut Head leaving the session. His AI is going to take control. He's going to lose even more time. He will comfortably be in last place now. Sicario still throwing it down back here with Trippy now. We got Rich Boy, Menzo fighting, as well as Deathwing. Something happened there. Spoobnob, I believe, lost some time, some positions. Because, yeah, he was ahead of Splitsy before. Maybe Splitsy overtook him. Not quite sure there, but he did lose some time. We're going to see Ezo and Rich Boy, of course, go out a little bit longer on those hard tires. They're going to pay for that later when they get undercut, but maybe the guys who undercut them fight amongst each other, and they can get fresher tires later and fight back through. But as I said earlier, it's pretty hard to do that. Trippy and Sicario back here fighting. We got B-Tom making his way up the field slowly but surely now into P7 past the Maestro. Through into Stowe there. So now we head on to lap number 5. Alright, let's do a quick little fly through the grid here. Let's take a look at these liveries, shall we? So Bobby kind of looks like an off-brand Cadillac. Kaname, it's got the red and white going. Classic. Can't go wrong with the red race car. I like Soa's black and red design. He's right on the wheel tracks of Konami there. Just about getting side by side, but not quite. Jordan's going for a little... I want to see the offboard now, but I like the little halo he's got here. Jordan's going for a little bit more colorful approach. Can the camera please change, please? I'm going to judge this livery. Keep an eye on the action in front as well. There we go, finally. So yeah, he's got a little bit more color. It's got kind of a Miami vibe going there. Ezo in the bright gold, I like it. Or sorry, that's been Pro Ultra the whole time. It's not been Ezo. Oh my god. Well, Pro Ultra in the bright gold, I like it. You can kind of keep an eye on him. Ezo in the discount McLaren. Looking very nice. I know it's not the most original, but he took the time to recreate that as best he could, and it is sharp. It is very sharp. It's going to be a tough decision here. I might have regretted announcing this. I don't know if I'll be able to make a decision. These are some nice looking cars. We got B-Tom closing up in kind of the Cherry Blossom White Red Bull-esque livery. That's the inspiration I'm detecting here. Maestro. And not a big fan of the colors he chose there, Maestro. Need a bit of contrast. Got Hugh Janus in the toothpaste car. SRT Rich Boy. What's his livery like? Oh, it's got a little shiny chrome on there. I like it. And then we got Splitsy in the pink, or Clip Menzo in the pink, sorry. Deathwing in front of him. Still trying to get a look at it. There we go. Red and black, split with the white lightning bolt, whatever, down the middle. I like that. Damn, these guys cooked. They cooked with these liveries. Kendricks. Ooh, I like that car. All right, there we go. I think we've completed our tour of the liveries. Ooh, that's a tough call, man. I'm gonna say I like B-Tom's and I like Ezo's. I like B-Tom's color palette and I like Ezo's kind of recreation of a real life livery. It's hard to do that in this game. So I like these two right here. But all very, very nice. And now we're seeing B-Tom kind of poke his nose a little bit into Ezzo's rear wheels there. Of course, he is on the medium tires, which will be a little bit more worn now than Ezzo's hards. These two have done lots of battles together in other leagues as well, so they are very familiar with one another. Ezzo will not make this easy. Oh, and a little bit of lag there. I thought Ezzo was just about to hit the wall, but nothing actually happened there. We're seeing a split now. Jordan has lost P3, and that has allowed Pro Ultra to swoop around and take 4th position. He's going to have to push hard to get back within the 1 second advantage if he wants to get back with the race leaders. But that's what happens when you lose a DRS and you got some quick guys behind you. They will pounce right away because they know their opportunities are going to be limited. And now Ezzo is going to be the next driver behind Jordan. We'll see what happens. Oh, Kendrick's pit off the soft tire. Let's see what he's doing. So he's one of the drivers I wasn't quite sure about. It's pretty early to go on the hards as well, so I think we're going to a 2-stop here. And medium tires. Yeah, there's no way he's getting to the end from here, so Kendrick's will be 2-stopping today. I know he likes to do that. He likes to just push the car. I fear, though, that he's got a lot of pit lane time to make up here. He's going to have quite the lonely race. But we'll see what happens. Never know. Again, nice little undercut for now. Who knows, maybe a safety car comes out at the right time. Things can happen. Kaname still behind Bobby, meanwhile. So in P3, nothing he can really do. And Pro Ultra, rough, oh, no, not quite. A little bit slower than the leaders on this current lap. He's lost about 2 tenths, maybe a tenth and a half. However, Jordan looks to be a little bit too far back to really pressure Ezzo right now. Or not Ezzo, Pro Ultra, I keep getting them mixed up. And as we speak of Ezzo, look at him move to the inside on those hard tires. He's going to start to have, well, he already does have an advantage in grip, but it's really going to start to show itself now in the next few laps. Now Jordan is in front of B-Tom, so Jordan's lost a few spots here. Someone's off. Who is that in the pink car? I think that is Coconut Head. Or Clip Menzo. It's Clip Menzo. Oh, and the yellow flag is out. What has happened here, folks? Clip Menzo is speeding in the pit lane as well. 10 seconds have been added. I don't think the safety car is out. I think this is just a VSC. We'll see how long it lasts. It's really not going to change the race for anyone if I had to guess. They usually don't stay that long, but you never know. But putting the hard tires on now, it might be possible for some people out there, but I don't think I'm one of them, and you definitely have to save to do that. But maybe another interruption can come. We'll see. A lot of drivers in the pits now, particularly in the back part of the field. They had kind of the time, the space to do it. We'll see how long this lasts. Not a safety car. I do not see the safety car out on the track. So it could end any moment here. It doesn't really give us much heads up here in the booth. Still going. Oh, and there it goes. It has just ended. We have some drive-thrus, and they're all for people further in the back who possibly had an advantage there. Well, that advantage is gone. Clip Menzo is retiring as well with leaving his car on track. That's not very good. But his race is over. And oh, we got some takers in the pit lane. This is Jordan pitting along with Hugh Janus, SRT Rich Boy, and Deathwing. So Jordan's looking for an undercut here onto the hard tires. Starting to get in the realm of possibility without having to manage them too much. It's going to be close at the end, I think, for his tire wear, but the mediums do get worn pretty good here, so he might have had to pit at that time, depending on how much wear he was dealing with. So let's see how that works out. He's going to have a few laps to undercut these race leaders now, who are, of course, still out on the track. B-Tom is side by side with Pro Ultra right now, heading towards Cops. A millimeter between them. Who gives in here? Oh, it looked like they were going side by side. Looks like B-Tom just lurched ahead, and then Pro Ultra had a little dose of or a big dose of the dirty air there and might have lost a little bit of grip and has to cede the position. So B-Tom up to P5 on those medium tires. He is still within DRS range of Ezo ahead, so he's looking good to stay there for now. Ezo is a little bit quicker than Pro Ultra was. Obviously, he's got the tires to do so, and now we see Soa responding. I think this is really his only play, right? He was kind of stuck behind Kaname and Bobby there. And, oh, Maestro gets the 10-second. Maestro is having a great race so far, but that's been undone for speeding in the pit lane. Very easy to do here. It's a very slow pit. If you are using the racing line, I believe the suggested braking point is maybe a tad bit too late, if I remember correctly, and that catches people out. So Maestro will have to serve that 10-second at a later date and time. So we'll see what happens to Soa. He is stuck. Or no, it looked like he was stuck. That's just a timing issue. He's got a lot of clean air in front of him. Oh, maybe not, though. Jordan gets the jump. And Soa did not want to see that because Soa wanted to push to his pace as much as he could on this very, very important outlap. But Jordan pits one lap earlier. Soa needs to respond right away if he wants to make a move up to the top two, and he does, opening the DRS on the inside of Jordan. Jordan didn't make it too hard for him. They got to work together right now because they're both trying to gain time on the leaders on the older tires. Let's see how long they wait until they respond. We are almost approaching halfway here. Lap 11 currently underway. Most of the field still out, but a few now have trickled in. And yes, we see a response here from Bobby and Kaname. Ezo's going to need to stay out longer. He's on those hard tires. B-Tom's going to stick with him and maybe use his pace to pull him along. Let's see how Bobby and Kaname compare to Jordan and Soa as they are rounding the track now. Soa just approaching the chicane. I think it's going to be close, ladies and gentlemen. This is a slow pit lane here. Soa on the battery, trying to make the difference, trying to do something with the strategy to give him life. He's ahead of Kaname, but not Bobby. And Kaname really lost out there. Jeesh. I don't quite understand that. He was right behind Bobby and yeah, he was right behind him, and now he's got so many cars to deal with. Something might have happened there. Maybe a conservative pit entry. Maybe a weird glitch in the game. That can happen sometimes. Who knows? But damn, he's got a lot of work to do. So now, Soa has a chance here. He's just a couple tenths behind Bobby. However, he is lacking in the ERS department. Bobby has about 30% over him. So Soa is going to creep up a little bit to Bobby here, but you'd imagine once that energy runs out, he's going to struggle. We'll see, though. The DRS is opening. This might be his only chance. And like I said, just not quite enough energy, but he throws it to the inside, trying to make something move on Bobby, trying to get this lead. He is oh so close, but Bobby holds him to the outside there and keeps that net race lead. B-Tom is now pitting. Let's see where he comes out. He was in Ezo's wake there, getting towed along with the dirty air, but all of these drivers were on fresher tires, so you would imagine him to lose a few spots here. Let's see, excuse me. Let's see where he goes out. Damn, he's ahead of Kaname. Kaname, something must have happened there, because Kaname lost so much time and positions. B-Tom has made another position ahead. Maestro, meanwhile, fighting with Pro Ultra. Pro Ultra trying to get through now, trying to get back with Jordan, who has undercut him a little bit here and created a gap. Hugh Janus in between the two drivers as well. Oh, Bobby has a penalty. Oh, no, we missed that. We missed that. What does he have? 10 seconds for speeding. So, folks, that makes Soa your net race leader right now. Look at that. Oh, my God, I thought he was about to crash, but this lag keeps trolling me. I was about to give him the ultimate commentator's curse there, but he is in the box seat now. In fact, he might not even want to overtake Bobby here, but let's see. Bobby running out of battery, ceding the position to Soa, who has taken the net race lead. Ezzo's still out on the track on the hard tires. He has not stopped yet. He will have a load of overtakes to do. Speaking of overtaking, B-Tom gets through on Rich Boy going into Stowe. Oh, Kaname tries to match B-Tom and just about does, but that was a bit scary. He's trying to stick with B-Tom there. Pro Ultra sets the fastest lap right now, 28.9. You'd imagine Ezzo will probably be beating that later, but for now it'll hold. Jordan has also really benefited from this situation so far. He will have to pay for it later with the older tires. He might even risk a puncture. I'm not quite sure what he's dealing with, but he's made up a ton of spots. He's effectively in P2 right now. Pro Ultra just kind of lingering around 2 seconds away from Jordan or so. Jordan's also getting the DRS from Bobby and Soa ahead. So really, I think what Jordan needs to do is stick with Bobby here. That's his biggest objective. Oh, and Ezzo throws away what could have been with another 10-second penalty. They are killing the drivers tonight. My goodness. It's one of those races where if you just kind of do things normally, you might end up with a really good result because people are struggling with that pit entry. It's always a challenge here. So that takes even more pressure off of these race leaders. Now they don't have to worry about Ezzo coming through later. He would have had to do a lot of work anyway. He's going to come out, yeah, behind Kaname. Rich Boy as well, so yeah, he's got a ton of overtaking to do, but we'll keep an eye on him. The 10-second will bring him down, but we still want to see what he's capable of in the car with the freshest tires now. He's got 11 laps to go, which is a pretty fair margin for the medium, so I think he tried to pit as early as possible there, of course. B-Tom is through on Hugh Janus for P5. The race win is not too far away from him now. He's got a couple cars to deal with, though, to get there. Hugh Janus now between Kaname and B-Tom, some heavy hitters there. You're gonna know Kaname is gonna want to try and get this move done as quickly as possible, like we saw him earlier into the final chicane. But it's going to be hard for Kaname now. Hugh's got the DRS advantage. He might have to wait a little bit here. A little bit of a lag spike shaking the cars around, but we're okay. Next up on B-Tom's list is Pro Ultra. Pro Ultra's closing up to Jordan now. It was 2 seconds earlier. Now it is under 1. That is very good timing for Pro Ultra because now he gets the DRS, of course, from Jordan ahead. That should help him a little bit in defending from B-Tom. He's got a lot less battery than B-Tom does, though. He's going to have to make that up quickly here. I'm sure if B-Tom knew how much battery he had, he might try something soon, but as we established earlier, the dirty air on this track and in this game... Oh my god, the lag keeps making me lose my shit. But Kaname did not touch Hugh Janus there. It looked like it for a second, but Kaname did get through. Now he's trying to catch up to B-Tom again. But as I was saying, the dirty air on this game is very strong. If you have a high-speed corner, anywhere near the overtaking opportunities, it kind of ruins them. B-Tom on the inside of Pro Ultra, and they have made contact, and that is legitimate. That is no lag, folks. That is no lag. B-Tom on the inside just gets a little hooked on Pro Ultra's car. Looked like a racing incident to me, but of course the speeds are fast there. We'll have to take a look at that one again. But B-Tom has now fallen behind Kaname once more. My goodness, the lag is freaking me out. So now Kaname is trying to catch up to Pro Ultra. Ezo's up into P8 with the penalty over his head, though. He's now actually on the back of this train, so that didn't take him very long. He's got the tires for now, but I think later they might be a little bit toasty. And now he's trying to make it move on Hugh into turn 1, which he does. Cars are janky tonight, to say the least. So it could have been worse for B-Tom there. He actually didn't lose an insane amount of time, maybe a second or two. So he's still... Pro Ultra has caught the back of Jordan, who is again ahead of this little train. Now he's going to be paying for the undercut a little bit here. These drivers all have fresher tires than he does. Looks like B-Tom is pressuring Kaname as well as they head through Cops. 3/10 or so away. Let's see if he can hold on to it through the S's, which is very, very hard to do. And you can just see it there, the dirty air just kind of dropping him back. But he does a very good job there. He holds the inside line a little bit. Perhaps get a little bit cleaner air on his nose. Kaname is going to try and defend this. B-Tom, though, goes around the outside. And he's back behind Pro Ultra again. So let's see how this ends up now. Jordan's 2.6 seconds away from Bobby and Soa. So whoever gets by Jordan, I imagine there will be a few of them here, will have a little bit of work to do, and we are starting now to run out of time. We are on lap 18. Kendrick's in the pit lane again. I think he's doing that two-stop. Yeah, we mentioned earlier. And unfortunately, that's just going to put him way too far back to realistically do anything. And now Pro Ultra on the inside in the golden car, trying to get it done on Jordan. Not quite enough of a move there. But surely the overtaking is coming up here. Pro Ultra... Ooh, I think he's bump drafting Jordan there. He's not quite sure what he wants to do. Does he want to overtake him now? Does he want to wait for the DRS? B-Tom right on Pro Ultra's heels. It's actually been a very good race. I was not quite sure what Silverstone can bring us sometimes. It's pretty boring, but this one's got some spice to it. B-Tom now pressuring Pro Ultra. He's right there. He's right there, folks. And Pro Ultra just tries to cover that move by going for a move of his own, which ultimately doesn't work out. But he's holding B-Tom back for now. Further behind, we have Ezo and Kaname going side by side. Ezo just about sneaking through on the fresher tires. His strategy could have worked, you know, but that 10 seconds killing him now. Jordan just trying to hold on to this P3 position, which will actually become P2. You see So and Bobby just ahead of him there. They're not going to want to fight because that's just going to cost them time. And Bobby's got a penalty, so he's probably just going to want to sit there. And no moves for now. Everyone just recharging those batteries. Just trying to get ready for the main opportunity, of course, on the Hangar Straight. Let's keep an eye. Who else has got some stuff going on? Looks like Booster Mode Maestro just now is on the verge of losing DRS. That will leave him on a race on his own, unfortunately. Hugh Janus had something happen there. Maybe he's doing a two-stop. He was right in that mix for the higher positions, but now he's back here. And then we got huge gaps with these guys in the back. So really, the best thing for us to be keeping an eye on is this kind of P3 through 7 and 8 kind of train. Looks like Maestro just about getting into DRS there. I thought he was going to get dropped. He did not. Oh, and there's a little bit of a brake lock there from Jordan. Pro Ultra trying to get by there, but the game is lagging. Shit's going on. B-Tom's all of a sudden right beside him, but look at that. Who is that? That's Ezo beside B-Tom. Oh, and B-Tom goes off the track through turn 1. B-Tom trying to hold on to P5. Ezzo not giving up here. They are fighting tooth and nail, and now B-Tom's got to be careful he doesn't hit Pro Ultra ahead. Looks like something happened there. The ghost is out. Ezzo lost the position. Kaname's right in the middle of this. God, this is insane. Oh, I thought it was going to be 3 wide. Ezzo trying to get this move done. Kaname B-Tom not complying. And I'm loving it. Happy. We decided to just pop in this one. Oh, yellow flag out on track. We're going to see some drivers, I think, get lapped here soon. And all this fighting is losing them some time. Kaname on the inside of Ezzo there. Ezzo's going to be frustrated. He was looking at possibly P5, and now he's back in P7, and his tires are wearing. It's not going to be easy for him to do that in a few laps. Boost Mode Maestro is loving this because it's given him a chance to get involved with all this battling. B-Tom Pro Ultra again. Oh, a little bit of a lockup from Jordan there. Pro Ultra trying to navigate between Jordan in front and keeping B-Tom behind. And that gap is growing. You know, if they keep going like this, Bobby might actually be okay here. He might actually... Oh, and there's a little bit of carbon fiber being lost there. And B-Tom, I think, is frustrated. I think he lost a little bit of his wing there. He did hit the back of Pro Ultra and then went for the move aggressively to the inside. His wing looks intact, but he might have some minor damage. I definitely saw something fly off there. It looks okay. I don't see any little shark bites or anything out of there. The end plates are there. Might be the minor form of damage. Is scrappy up here. Holy. So, yeah, that moment has kind of shuffled Pro Ultra behind Ezzo. And now Maestro's behind him. And I think Ezzo now probably is not the happiest, but also his tires are also not going to be the happiest either. And now B-Tom makes the move on Jordan to the inside. Jordan doing very well here, holding on to that P3 for a very, very long time. But now B-Tom has taken it as you'd expect. He's got 7 seconds to catch. Yeah, I don't think he's doing that. I love B-Tom. I think he's skilled, but that is a ton of time on some 2 very good drivers. So that might be it for B-Tom's charge. He's got a lap car in front. Looks like Split C has left the session there. Maybe some connection issues. It's running in P9 right now, but that's not going to last very long. Ezzo trying to make something work on these mediums. But it's going to be tough to make a move here. B-Tom. Oh, who's that? Someone went off there. I think that was a lapped car, I believe. And Bobby does overtake Soa, but it's not really going to matter right now what they do. They just don't want to fight and lose time. It's going to hurt both of them, especially Bobby. It's going to hurt him a lot more. Maybe they can work together, use some DRS, ERS games or strategies. You see B-Tom just now crossing the line. He is making up time. He's got about 5/10 there, but the time is running out. He really probably needs a safety car to do anything at this point. And the chances of that happening are pretty low. This track usually doesn't give you many of them. The walls are very far away. What's going on back here? Yeah, walls are far away. So usually it's not required. And Kaname now making his move on Jordan for P4. B-Tom has already pulled 2 seconds ahead just in the lap there. Or was it 2 laps? Something like that. Ezo right behind Jordan. He's going to want to follow Kaname here. He's got the 10-second as well. Let's quickly check those penalties. So 10 seconds for the top 3 with the penalties, and the bottom 3 with the penalties all have 3 seconds for track limits. You can see Ezo's tires there, about 4 to 2 laps younger, fresher than others, but they are the mediums. And right about now, they're going to start to hurt a little bit. Ezo, though, gets to move down for P5, pushing Jordan to P6, but that's not going to matter with the penalty applied. B-Tom is making up quite a bit of time here. I think if he had a couple more laps, he could have made that. But look at that. Pro Ultra has retired. Unfortunate for Pro Ultra. I think he had a frustrating one. Maestro also lost his wing there. His front end plate is missing. That's gonna suck. Wonder how that happened. Yeah, I think we've pretty much seen this one through here, guys. Just a couple more laps just on this Monday night here. Shout out to the Mushroom Cup, all the admins helping out. Shout out to T-Bone. Hope he's having a good evening. Of course, I have my own league, which I'll do a little bit of what's the word? Shilling. I have my own league called Real Ones Invitational, ROI for short. If you're kind of in the B-Tom, Jordan, Maestro, Hugh Janus kind of range, we'd love to have you. We got some very, very fast drivers there. That's going to be every Thursday, 8 p.m., same time as this race was tonight. And we're going to, of course, be running that in the new DLC when it comes out eventually. Right now, Ezo and Kaname, kind of the 2 closest cars on track, besides Bobby and Soa, I guess. Kendricks threatening to be in P10, but he's got that 3 second to worry about. Five seconds between B-Tom and Soa, so yeah, B-Tom's not going to have enough time to do this. He did make up quite a bit of time in a short amount of laps there. But the battling, particularly with Pro Ultra and Ezo, really lost some time for the pack. So right now, if the race were to finish at this very moment, Bobby would be P5. Ezo maybe P8. Maestro would be P9 or 10, I think. Roughly around there. But of course, we'll find out in just over a lap's time. Now, we have Bobby, who started from pole tonight, looked very good in the wet, but he got that 10-second for speeding. That has killed his momentum. Now taking the final lap, looks like Ezo as well got the move done on Kaname into Stowe. But now we're going to see Bobby and Soa around the track the final time through turn 1 here. Soa really doesn't need to do anything. In fact, he should probably just take it easy here, take this win. Not his fault. Bobby did a speeding penalty in front of him. So just take it chill. Don't crash. Don't give B-Tom any. And he should be our race winner. I have a feeling earlier when we saw Kaname lose a ton of spots in the pits, maybe he was caught out by the teammate thing that I mentioned earlier. Where you don't know what your teammate is because we're doing these multiplayer cars, and maybe that's why he lost a lot of time. That could have been it. I think that makes sense to me because he didn't speed, he didn't get a penalty. I don't see him going 5 seconds slower into the pit entry, knowing him. I bet that's what happened to him. I'm going to guess that. But anyway, on to the straight for the final time. Soa, net race leader. Oh, okay, I thought he was about to do a little lock up there, but again, the leg just wants to bait me one last time. Bobby will cross the line first, but with the 10-second penalty applied, it will be Soa taking this win for round 4 of the Mushroom Cup. Beat Tom behind them. He's going to pass Bobby, get into P2. Ezzo, though, will not. He's got a penalty of his own. And it'll be Soa, Beat Tom, and Bobby, your podium. Paname in P4, Jordan in P5, Ezzo down to 6 with the penalty. Maestro in the pit lane. Look at this. He's trying to do the Yarnalotmir. I think he was trying to pass Hugh Janus there. It almost worked. I think if it was wet, Maestro, it would have worked. But not today. Hugh Janus in P7. Oh, he retired. That's not very good. He should probably get that finish if you're asking me, but that's not my decision. For now, Hugh Janus in P7. Rich Boy in P8, maybe, but Maestro was there, I believe. OWR Deathwing in P9, and Kendricks in P10 for now. We'll see what is made of that last retirement there, but that has been it, ladies and gentlemen. Great race tonight. Congratulations to Soa for the awesome win. Making that strategy call, getting those positions with the undercut, and not really looking back from there. And then Beatom with a great recovery drive, but a few scuffles along the way. I imagine some discussions are being had right now. Oh, I'm so sorry, Splitsy. I wasn't checking my Discord. If you're watching, I didn't see you're looking for an invite. That's my bad. Sorry, I should have looked. But yeah, Mushroom Cup, consistently delivering high quality racing on a Monday night at 8 p.m. We don't practice, we just do a little wheel spin and determine the track. That's how they roll here. So if you are interested, feel free to inquire in the comment section or contact T-Bone. But we see the recap here. Most overtakes by Beatom, cleanest driver, Deathwing, Spoobnock, fastest lap. Shout out to Spoobnock and Soa, of course, the race winner. Here are the final time gaps, just in case we need to take a look at those. And here, I'll be a nice guy. Oh, look at this. Free race director for everyone. Look at that. Oh my god, this is amazing. You want a penalty removed? It's going to be $5 for me. I'm just kidding. Alright, ladies and gents, that has been it for Mushroom Cup. We don't know what the track will be because it's the wheel that will determine that at 8 p.m. next Monday. But that will be when the next race is. So thank you for tuning in. I enjoyed it. If you're a driver who's watched the replay, congratulations or not. I don't know what applies to your particular situation. I'm happy for you, or I'm sad that happened. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. It's been real. Really appreciate it. I don't think I'll be back next week, but you never know. I had fun tonight.